First of all, give thanks to my fan. Give thanks to all who support I man. Mambo give thanks to his mom, thanks to his friends.
Here in downtown Bastia, we have the old Treasury building, and this was the main entrance point onto the island. We had a pier right behind this building before we had Port Zante. This building is from 1894, and it's now used as the National Museum. So folks can come here and see a lot of the artifacts that we have here for the island and get a great knowledge of the history of the island. Now here we have the Berkeley Memorial situated right in the heart of Bastia. And this monument was erected in 1883 in honor of Thomas Berkeley, a former president of the General Legislative Council in St. Kitts and Nevis in the 1880s.
Yes, so it's no longer Pall Mall Square. We changed the name to Independence Square. If you look at how this square is laid out, you would notice that it will resemble the Union Jack. Okay? Straight ahead of us, we have this Sir Lee Llewellyn Moore Courthouse. And this is the main courthouse on the island. If you're in trouble with the law, this is where you would come. I also want you to pay attention to the old English telephone booth. You see the telephone booth right there? Yes, you can see them in London.
Can we take a picture of the church?
Of course. And then coming up, we're going to see the Catholic Church, the Catholic Cathedral, Roman Catholic. In the back of the Roman Catholic Church, we also have the Catholic School, which is a private school.
Avocado, avocado. Ông đậu đây cho Giê-xu chụp nhà thờ mà.
So this is the Roman Catholic Church. So this is where they have Sunday Mass. Not a very old church, was built in 1928. And there's a private school right behind there.
Now here we have the Bastia Police Station, known as Police Headquarters, and we also have Her Majesty's Prison. And this was built in 1840, but I know we have a king, so I'm not sure if it's King Charles Prison. Here we have the St. George's Anglican Church, and of course we inherit the Anglican Church from the British. This church was built in 1856, and it also has the largest pipe organ in the Caribbean. Okay, and the street right across from it, it's Church Street. Of course, anywhere you go in the Caribbean, you can find the Church Street.
So this building here, it's similar to the White House. This is where the Prime Minister's office is. Okay, so we have a Prime Minister, not a President, and we also have Parliament as well.
Oh wow.
Okay, we have a Parliament. We are under the Westminster system. Now this street right here is actually a gut. When it rains heavily, it comes down like a river. Right? So there are no parking allowed on the street at any time. Now here we have Social Security. When you reach the retirement age of 62, you get your Social Security benefits.
Wow, America is more than
Now if you was to go over to our sister island Nevis, this is where you would come to get the ferry to hop over to our sister island Nevis. Okay, so you ready to have the market experience?
Yes.
We're gonna pull over and we're gonna hit the market.
Oh wow, this is a nice picture of the ship right here.
Yeah. So we're gonna pull over and we're gonna hit the market And we're gonna see the nice fresh fruits and vegetables. So, you see our sister island Nevis here. Now, Nevis means Lady of the Snow. Alright? Now, Christopher Columbus called Nevis because it reminded him of another mountain in Scotland. Right? Now, there was a founding father of the United States of America that was born in Nevis, and that is Alexander Hamilton. Alright? He was one of the founding father of the United States of America. On the right here, we have the War Memorial. So we had guys who fought in World War I and World War II. So this is what we call the Cenotaph or the War Memorial. The main cemetery on the island, it's called the Springfield Cemetery, better known as the Underground Hotel. When you check in, you don't check out. This is the Joseph and France General Hospital. This is the main hospital. We have 3 hospitals on the island. So this is the main one right here. And we also have our Coca-Cola company as well, to the left right here. So this is the Coca-Cola company right here where they distribute the Coca-Cola. And then we have the beer of the Caribbean, the Caribbean.
Oh, we have to try it, huh?
Yes, you have to try it.
Yesterday.
But our Carib tastes the best. If you look, you would notice that our Carib is in a brown bottle. Look, you see the bottle. That's a brown bottle, right? Now let me tell you a little story, just a little observation. You notice how we have the Carib factory, right?
Yeah.
Then we have the hospital, then the underground hotel.
What's that tree?
It's like 1, 2, and 3. Are you ready for a beautiful, spectacular surprise?
Yeah.
I have a surprise for you coming up. You want to see something really, really interesting?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to keep your eyes to the left. Keep your eyes to the left.
Đất lý xạo lắm á. Con này em tưởng nó 2 trái 10 đồng, em đưa cho nó 10 đồng, mà con cho nó 5 đồng. Cái thằng này rút ra 5 đồng, lấy lại 10 đồng. Cho nên nó đáng cái 5 đồng của mình không?
Now eyes to the left, guys.
Wow, look at all the birds. Birds.
So this is the nesting place for the egrets. These birds they nest here all year round. And that tree that you see them nesting in is called the acacia tree. And the acacia tree protect the birds from the elements. Alright, so if you will go down there, try to get to the birds, you won't be able to get to the birds because that tree protect the birds. They have little thorns and little prickle on it. Alright, so these birds are called the egrets. And they are protected by our law. They are one of our national birds. Left here we have an international university. Now this used to be a nursing university, but it's a medical school now. Okay? This used to be a nursing university, it's a medical school now. And we have several international universities here on the island. Oh guys, look!
Oh, is there any way we
On the
can
right,
with
we're
the
gonna see the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Prime Minister is here. This
Wow.
veterinary medicine. Now this is the largest international university we have here on the island. It's been around for over 30 years. Okay? It's an American school, and folks travel right here to St. Kitts to come to these international universities right here.
We're too busy eating, but we like to take a photo later off the...
No problem, no problem. I'm just giving you the history in the meantime. So you can see across the university how huge it is. And these homes that you see on the right here, these are apartment buildings. So folks who come into the island for school, they buy cars and they rent apartments. All these cars belong to students. So these international universities, they have a great economic impact here on our island. We're very, very, very happy to have these international universities here. Now, our island cultivated sugar for over 400 years. However, in 2005, the government closed the sugar industry and we diversified into tourism. So tourism is our main product, it's our main industry. Called the Great House, this is another old plantation, and it's called the Great House of Clevilla. Part of it got destroyed in a fire about 2 or 3 years ago, and folks used to come here from the ship to see how this plantation was back in the old days. So they used to allow guests to come here at Clevilla. Now Challengers Village, this is where we had a fight between the French, the British and the local Indians, which was the Caribs, or the original name, the Kilinagos. Now what happened is that the French and English joined forces together, and this was a rare thing because French and English very seldom get along. But they saw that the land was very fertile, they wanted the land from the Indians, and they decided that they're going to join forces together and fought against the Indians. Now history has described it that the English and the French massacred thousands of Carib Indians and only a few women and children was spared. Now the fight was so intense that the area that the fight took place, it's called Bloody Point or Bloody River. And it has been said that blood ran off the hill and into the river, and the river flowed red with blood for days. And this took place in 1626, some 3 years after the British first got here. So right here we have Bloody Point or Bloody River. So this is the river here, Bloody Point or Bloody River, and this is where the fight took place. Okay?
Look at breadfruit kìa. Cái breadfruit kìa. Mà chẳng hướng nào á.
Now we're heading into Old Road. This particular area is called Old Road Bay. Now Old Road was the first English settlement. There was a gentleman by the name of Sir Thomas Warner. He landed here in 1623 with his troops along with his friend Samuel Jefferson, ancestor of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Now Sir Thomas Warner colonized the island, and he also was the first English governor as well. Now here we have the fisheries complex, and you can see some of the old stonework that was laid here as early as 1625. Now the fishermen, they would go out, catch the fish, and they would bring it back here to the complex, and you can come here to the complex and get your fresh fish off the ice right here at the fisheries complex.
We are here at the Wingfield Estate. This is one of the estates we have here on the island, and the Wingfield Estate was established in 1625. So this is the remnants of the old estate. Okay, if you browse around, you would see where we have the different spots where you can see where a little history is given about each one. This is a copper here, for instance, right in front of me, and we have the cotton tree right here. We also have sugar cane in one of the other booths right here, and we have the old structure of the main chimney where they used to process the sugar. This is the St. Thomas Anglican Church, and this is the first Anglican church not only in St. Kitts, but the entire Eastern Caribbean. Yes. Now the cemetery also holds the remains of Sir Thomas Warner, the first English governor that I told you about, and also Samuel Jefferson, ancestor of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. So both tombs are here. If you look, you'll see the two huts side and side. Alright? If you look, you'll see the two huts side and side. Under the hut, you have the tomb of the two just here. Okay, and then we just spoke about the noonie. So we just spoke about the noonie. And I want to introduce you to another one. I want to see if you know this one. This tree is sugar apple. Yes. That's a sugar apple. Okay. Let's go again. What this one is called?
Oh, the cherry.
Pomsarat. This is the pomsarat
We
tree.
love this. The little apple.
Yeah, the pomsarat tree, the small apple. That's correct.
We have all this fruit tree.
Right? It turns purple. And I will make wine from it, and you can eat it just like that. Very good. Yeah. Sea grape. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is the clamor cherry tree. We used to use those to stick like papers when we were going to school.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Cái grape hồi nãy là nó không phải cái gì Tamarind, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we eat some in the garden.
Yes. So this is
Tamarind, mine.
the tamarind tree right here.
Any fruit? Can we
What about the guineps? What about the guineps? What about the guineps?
Can you eat tamarind? Can we
Yes.
eat tamarind?
See.
Why is so green?
So you have the
That's
the guineps.
So this is Brimstone Hill Fortress. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now Brimstone Hill was built by the British using African slave in 1690, and it took almost 100 years, or just over 100 years to build, and it's one of our main historic sites here on the island. As a matter of fact, there's no fort, I think, in the Caribbean can really match Brimstone Hill Fortress. So give it a bit.
Called Pump Bay. So this is where I grew up, and this is where we used to come to the beach, right? Now this is a black sand beach. Now I want you to see how global warming has impacted us negatively. The water is right up to the point that we had to put the stones here, but the water was much further back.
Wow.
Right? So down here, this is what left of the black sand beach. Okay? And of course it's black sand because we are a volcanic island. Now I live right on the hill up here. So my house is on the hill up here.
You got a good view.
Yeah.
We saw the ship coming in.
Yeah. So you can see
Oh wow.
the view of the black sand.
Wow, this track too tight. Good driver.
So you can see the view.
Yeah. The sand is black.
Yes. I see you have a lot of the sea grapes there as well.
Oh.
Now you see an island over here. This is called Statia. It's a Dutch island. There's another one right behind it called Sabre. Both of them are Dutch islands. Now we are in the north of the island, and in the north of the island, this is where you see our mountain. This is Mount Lyamega, and Mount Lyamega is 3,792 feet. So if you look back here, you will see our mountain, Mount Lyamega. And you can check that on your map and you'll see where we are. So we're going to be heading into Newton Ground. We also have what we call the Mount Lyamega Hike Trail. So you can hike all the way to the top of the mountain.
Wow.
Right, so there's a road over here. And usually for folks who are going to do a hike, they would take the road and they would go as close as possible to the mountain, and then they jump on the trail and then they hike all the way to the top of the mountain. So everybody enjoying the tour so far?
Yeah! If you're enjoying our content so far, you can support us by subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and please share. Thank you.
That's a big view.
So we're heading into St. Paul's, and St. Paul's is another historic town. Now St. Paul's, we're gonna see the statue of our first national hero, and this is Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. And Mr. Bradshaw, he was the first premier of the island, and he was very instrumental in taking back the sugarcane land from the plantation owners. Mr. Bradshaw is from this little village, and this little village is called St. Paul's. And on the right here, we see the statue of Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw.
Em ơi, hurry. Hurry. Oh, they go.
Can I? Bước xuống anh. That's why I don't like you sitting here. Because then I can't get on and off.
Let me move my ass. What the heck?
Có đứa nào rồi?
Hey, let's just sit outside. That
Yeah,
way
yeah,
don't
yeah.
yell at me
Yeah.
again. Yeah, woman number one.
Yeah. Who is
So the
number
go,
two?
Go, yes. Now go number one and number two now. That's a good test. Look at that.
Nếu mà có 2 số thì chú là number 2. Nếu mà có 100 số thì chú là number 100.
Oh my God.
Kêu quá hả anh?
It's over here in their bed. And it's also a French name.
It's French.
Yeah. So this part of the island, the French used to occupy. And this is where we have the Caribbean Sea running right into the Atlantic Ocean. So when we came down, all of it was Caribbean Sea. From this point onwards, back to the city, it's going to be Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so you ready for an interesting stop?
All right. Parlez-vous français?
You have surprises.
Look at that stick up there.
Oh, how? Oh my God, stick's so tight. I don't know how you drive. Oh, I will
I
stop.
think the driver
Oh,
here
oh my
are very
God.
nice. Oh, it's
Bigger.
beautiful.
Man.
Oh my God, we like it.
Okay, the ladies here with this jam. We got the coconut. Yes.
Oh.
This is one of my favorite spots.
Oh, what a view.
Oh,
Come
look,
on.
look.
So this is another Anglican church. One of the most beautiful Anglican church that we have here.
We're here at Black Rocks, just introducing my guests to the local sea grapes. Over 400 years ago, we had a volcanic eruption, and when the lava meet the sea, it left a rock formation in the sea when the lava cooled. So this is one of our historic sites that we call Black Rocks. And this is on the eastern side of the country. It's a very windy day today, and it overcasts a bit, but you can see the beautiful black rocks here, and this is the Atlantic side of the ocean as well. So it's all well rough and deep in this area.
Finance, and then right behind that we have the airport, the Robert Llewellyn Blatcher International Airport. And to the left over here we have our National Heroes Park. So this is where we have all the statues of our national heroes. And you can see our international airport right here. Robert Llewellyn Blatcher International. We're going on to the Kim Collins Highway. Now you might have heard me telling you about the Kim Collins earlier. So if you look to your right here, you'll see the sign, the world fastest man 2003, Kim Collins.
Oh, he live here?
Yes, he's from here. He ran on behalf of the country. So this road was named after him.
Wow.
So we finally completed all the way around it. So this is the 18-hole golf course if you're into golf.
Yeah.
This would be your spot. So this is Timothy Hill. You can't come to St. Kitts and not see this view.
Wow. Wow, I love this view here. Oh, up here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh, what is that here over there? That's beautiful. Wow, what a beautiful view.
Here on Timothy Hill. A beautiful view. The Caribbean Sea and Atlantic Ocean almost meet.